When Apple first revealed the Vision Pro, I was intrigued. But then, like many others, I saw the pricing and quickly looked away. At a starting cost of $3,500, I didn't even bat an eye and went back to focusing on wearables and other mobile technology that would help optimize my life. Also, Sony's new XR headset is more pro than Vision Pro, and has two features Apple needs after reading the early thoughts of my ZD and ET colleagues. I thought maybe I should take the plunge on the next-gen headset.
Perhaps one of the most expensive gadgets from Apple can improve my productivity and efficiency at work.
I should mention now that I bought my first Apple computer in 1989, slept outside of an AT&T store in the rain for the first iPhone, and I consider myself an early adopter of technology.
Despite missing out on Vision Pro pre-orders, I still kept an eye out for daily stock updates, and eventually picked one up at my local mall store earlier this week. With my local sales tax, the 512GB model with the $199 travel case totaled just under $4,300. Thus, a high bar was set by Apple to prove to me that the Vision Pro is indeed worth the investment.
I've now used the headset for 3 days, including using it on my commuter train and in the office.
Here are my thoughts as an engineer and digital nomad.
1. Stick with macOS apps if you can. In my day job, I serve as a professional naval architect, and at this stage in my 30-year career, I develop stability calculations, review design drawings, write reports and proposals, meet with clients on teams and manage other associates. We work in a Windows environment because many of our engineering programs are limited to the operating system. Also, you can get an MBA on the Apple Vision Pro, but it won't come cheap. Fortunately, since my team works at a hybrid international scale, our IT group has set up virtual desktops that are accessible via VMware's Horizon client, found on Windows, macOS, Android, and iOS devices. I've used Horizon flawlessly with my MacBook Pro, even using a UBIKey USB-C authentication dongle for security. However, the iPad version of the Horizon client available on the Vision Pro is not as reliable. My headset's eye tracking hasn't worked reliably either, and using an external control device can lend itself to false selections.
On the bright side, Mac Virtual Display is nearly perfect on the Vision Pro, and is the only reason I can be somewhat productive with the headset.
You'll have to settle with a single virtual monitor, and the feature only works with Mac computers, but it's way better than the iPad version of most apps and services. If Apple can add support for multiple virtual displays, much like how I'd use my MacBook Pro now with several monitors, then that would benefit my workflow immensely. 2. Native Microsoft apps are fairly limited.
Besides the Horizon client covering my Windows software needs, I also use Outlook, Teams, Excel, and Word.
These 4 applications are available on Vision OS, but the experiences are more bare bones at the time of writing, especially when compared to the desktop versions. I also recommend using a Bluetooth keyboard and only a Bluetooth keyboard for text entry, because any form of virtual input on the Vision Pro simply won't cut it for work. Also, Zoom is coming to the Vision Pro headset, and your meetings could get weird.
In addition to the limited feature set, an issue with collaborating on Teams or any video conferencing service, Apple's zombie-like personas.
The digital scan reminds me of characters from older gaming consoles, and I will never use it in client meetings or when FaceTiming my wife, who can't take my persona seriously.
3.
Traveling with the Vision Pro.
My daily commute includes a 45-minute train ride, and I also travel regularly on airplanes to visit clients, attend conferences, and participate in ship checks.
Given the headset's dedicated travel mode, these seem to be great opportunities for me to test the Vision Pro.
Within the first 10 minutes of my train ride earlier this week, I came across an issue with the headset's eye tracking, partly because the interior lenses began to fog up.
In humid environments like in Seattle, I often experience fogged-up safety glasses, dive masks, and other glasses that cover my face, so this was unfortunate and not surprising.
I was really hoping that the ventilation of the light seal cushion would help prevent this issue.
I also felt cramped sitting in one spot and trying to navigate through multiple applications.
On a train, let alone on a plane, I was barely able to move my body around to multitask on Vision OS. One feature I'd love to see is the ability to stack or quickly switch between several open apps. That would be ideal for more confined situations like this.